News 360 Headlines is brought to you by
Flamingo Paint
and Napa Foods. Heaven Black Insecticide Spray and Coil.
Independent presidential aspirant Alan Kojo Kyerematen says he was not legally obligated to inform the party about his resignation before making it public.
National Association of Graduate Teachers NAGRAT demands scrapping of double track and reset academic calendar for senior high schools to pre-COVID era.
And in our cost of living series, we throw the spotlight on kidney disease, the growing crisis posing significant threat to healthcare access and human survival in Ghana.
Because they say I should do the transplant, and dialysis, I don't get the money for dialysis. What about the transplant?
In business news, Africa Continental Free Trade Area expected to increase Africa's income to $450 billion by 2035.
And on international front, at least 11 people killed after heavy rain and winds hit South Africa's Western Cape province, including Cape Town, over the weekend, leaving the trail of destruction. We're live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com.
The news now in detail, and independent presidential aspirant Alan Kyerematen says he has taken strong exception to the NPP's posturing towards his resignation from the party. The party at a news conference on Tuesday described his decision as disappointing at a time when they were engaging him on his concerns.
I have a strong reservation with the description that I left the party clandestinely. To put a negative slur on the fact that I did not inform the party, it's a bit strange for me.
Did you inform at least some of the other leaders of the party? For example, former President
Why do we have to have a public discussion on who I talked to about exiting from the party?
Okay.
Is that a subject matter that we should have a discussion on?
Let's speak to Dr. Kwabi Asah-Asante. He's a lecturer with the Department of Political Science at the University of Ghana. Doc, thank you so much for your time. Given what has happened, the resignation, reactions and counter-reaction, would you say that it is definitely a done deal between Alan and the NPP?
Well, it's a difficult one because in politics, anything can happen. In any time. Who knows that they can extend an olive.
Hello, Doc. Can you please reposition yourself? We can hardly hear you.
And he's able to put his cards on the table and dictate the pace. All these things are part of the scenarios that we should expect. It tells you that in politics, anything can happen.
Hello, Doc. We do apologize for the poor sound quality. We'll rectify it and get back to Doc.
Definitely. Now, the Kenya Japan for President campaign team says, though there are unresolved matters after the outcome of the Super Delegates Conference, their candidate will rather fight from inside than exit from the party. Commenting on the resignation of Alan Kojo Kyerematen from the NPP, the former second vice chair of the party, Sammy Krab, says they will combine their votes and that of Alan Kyerematen to defeat the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in the November 4 primaries. Grace Amoajiman has been following the development within the NPP.
The Ken F4P campaign team has been justifying why they chose to stay in the New Patriotic Party, though they raised similar issues as those raised by Alan Kyerematen, who recently announced his resignation from the party. Former second vice chairman of the NPP and also a member of the Kene Agyapong campaign team tells me though their issues haven't been fully resolved, they are optimistic measures put in place by leadership of the party will be able to resolve their issues.
This party definitely has issues. I think I'll be the last person to say that there were no issues. So don't think that we are not recognizing those things. There are issues. But I'm saying that we have decided that instead of going out to fight, we shall stay in and fight it out, because we will resolve it from within. It doesn't mean that there are no issues in this political party. I'll be the last person to ever say that there are no issues.
He also tells me they are combining the votes of Alan Kyerematen and that of Kennedy Agyapong to beat Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is also a flag bearer aspirant in the upcoming November 4 primaries.
Politics is about numbers, and we count numbers at the end of the day to win. So, of course, it should concern us, it should concern Ken. As the flag bearer going into December 2024, we must try as much as possible to unite everyone. When you join Alan's vote and Ken's vote together, Bawumia will be defeated. That's what it says. So, all that is going to happen is that there will be no need for second round. We're going to do the second round in the first round. We're going to join Alan's votes to Ken's votes, and we shall defeat the vice president. And that's what we're going to do.
The Ken for President campaign team has introduced a digital platform to help supporters contribute their quota to the campaign of Ken Agyapong. The fundraising team indicates this is key to ensuring accountability and breaking the cycle of winner takes all. Grace Hamwa Ajuman, TV3 News, Accra.
Let's go back to our earlier story and re-engage Dr. Kwame Asah-Asante. He's a lecturer with the Department of Political Science at the University of Ghana. Doc, earlier I was asking the reaction of Alan Kyerematen, counter reactions from the NPP, especially they saying that they were trying to engage him. I was asking earlier whether it's a done deal between him and the NPP.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now. Hello, Doc. You can go ahead. We're still having difficulty getting through to Dr. Kwame Asah-Asante. We'll continue with the rest of our stories at this moment. In the meantime, you can get interactive with us, facebook.com/TV3Ghana, twitter.com/TV3Ghana. Dr. Asah-Asante, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, you could go ahead with your answer.
I am saying that it's not a done deal, simply because anything can happen at the end of the day. Who knows that the party can extend an olive tree to him, and then you can become a running mate, or he can also push the election to a second round where you will have the power to decide where you want to join and the rest of them. But what is clear is that there is a problem within the party which they are refusing to acknowledge. You see the banter between Alan and, the party leaders, and you have also counter from Mr. Kudum Pianim, Dr. Amakoba and the rest. What it is, the thing is that if you have a problem and you are not ready to deal with it, you are likely to be confronted with a heavy problem that will find it difficult to handle. So my advice to the party is that they should be able to reflect on these things and deal with the party's problem head on.
Do you think Alan's party is the third force that some Ghanaians have been waiting for?
You are talking about Alan becoming a third force?
Yes, his party.
Yeah, if you look at the Ghana's political history, third force parties had difficult to survive simply because of the strong roots of what two-party system in this country. Look at all over the world. You realize that more often than not, where two-party system exists and a strong third force do not matter at all. Those countries that come in handy include America, Britain, and Canada. You realize that, yes, we have other parties, but they are not able to survive. So it is difficult for him to win the election. I mean, he cannot win, but he can push the election to other levels.
Doc, thank you so much for your time. And Dr. Kwame Asah-Santeh is a political science lecturer at the University of Ghana.
News Live here on News 360. Stay with me now. Day 2 of the community engagement ahead of the Occupy Bank of Ghana demonstration on Tuesday, October 3, continues with a focus on fisherfolk in the Ododo-Dio constituency of the Greater Accra region. Minority leader Dr. Kesela Tufosing is scheduled to address the would-be patrons of the protest against the central bank boss, justifying the need for them to show their unflinching support for the Arise Ghana demonstration. Let's cross over now. Komla Kluche's colleague is with the minority leader.
Call on the BOG boss, Dr. Ernest Addison, to resign, dubbed the Occupy Bank of Ghana demonstration. Well, today, what is going on is that there are 3 constituencies that the organizers are engaged in, 2 within the Ododo-Dio constituency, and then 1 also in the Korle Klottey constituency. They just got done with 1, but another 1, it's what they are doing now within the Ododo-Dio constituency. I'm joined by the minority leader, Dr. Kesela Tufosing, who has been speaking to the people, but is yet to address this particular one. Doc, many will ask if you are very confident of your numbers geared up for November 3, why do you have to be doing community engagement?
Okay, first, let me say that our promise was one, to get the governor out, because we believe that what he has committed, the kind of crimes he's committed at the central bank, he cannot continue staying in office. We said that we've given him 21 days for him to step aside.
Which he defied.
And he has defied it. We had said that if he is to defy that, we are actually going to organize a mass action. So a mass action doesn't mean only me and yourself working. It means you need to organize people. That is why we are doing community engagement. And the community engagement is to mobilize the masses and to use the masses to work and to present a petition to the governor. We have agreed the route with the police. The police has officially written to us acknowledging the new route and acknowledging that they are going to provide us the needed security on the day, 3rd of October. So it's not November 3rd, it's 3rd of October. So 3rd of October, we are going to march to present our petition starting from Obrasport. So that is going to happen.
Would it be far-fetched asking in terms of expectation of numbers? I mean, how many people, for instance, are you expecting?
I can't give you numbers, but I can assure you that from the feedback we are getting so far, you should expect the murder of all demonstrations. The murder of all demonstrations, because see, we are not stopping from here. We're going to constituencies across the Greater Accra region, and we'll mobilize the masses against the ills of the central bank. And it's important that we do this. You see, the only thing missing in our 4th Republican Constitution, particularly our democracy, is accountability. And I've made that point, I want to make it again. The only reason why Ghanaians are so angry, particularly the youth, is because there's no accountability in the system. And you can't run a country like that. You see, I've said that to the ordinary Ghanaian youth who is angry, you have every right to be angry. What is happening in the country is despicable. You can't be angry. But my message again is that please don't lose hope. Because obviously there are people out there that cares, and we care, and the NDC care. And obviously what is happening so far is something that we don't have to encourage.
We do not have much time. Will you bus people to this demonstration?
We are not busing people. We are getting people to come to the place. And that's why you're doing community engagement. We have to do community engagement to sensitize the ordinary Ghanaian about the ills office of the central bank, certainly people will actually go to the demonstration, and that's what we are doing. So we are asking them to join us on the 3rd of October. And to ordinary person out there, it doesn't matter where you are, join us on the 3rd of October for us to express our revulsion against the central bank and the ills of exactly what they are doing. And we all know that what they are doing isn't good enough, and there's the need for
many times that Dr. Kesela Toposin is a minority leader, and while they are doing this engagement up until Monday, where they do the penultimate, and then Tuesday, which is the 3rd of October,
that's right,
they hit the street for that demonstration. Back to you in the studios.
Komla, thank you very much. Komla Kluche there in the Dododio constituency with the minority leader ahead of the Occupy BOG demonstration on the 3rd of October.
And tonight in the series, the growing cost of living crisis is putting thousands of kidney patients at risk, forcing them to explore alternative treatment or even forgo treatment altogether. This has led to lives being in danger, dreams unfulfilled, and families grappling with the loss of loved ones. Godwin Adsidiba delves deeper in this report.
Yes, at times I feel like want to die.
A growing crisis is escalating in Ghana, posing a significant threat to healthcare access and human survival. In a quiet embrace of nature's shelter, an orphaned lady sheds tears. At 25, Mercy Mensah is grappling with the constant threat of kidney failure.
If I were having a parent, maybe my parents will try their best, but because of I feel sad.
This has been Mercy's daily routine for the past year, waiting for a miracle to happen.
I want to do my transplant because they say I should do the transplant. And dialysis, I don't get the money for dialysis. What about the transplant?
Following the high cost of living, she has to cancel her scheduled session due to the increasing medical fees.
When I get money, I go. When I don't get, I stay home.
Deprived of a regular life due to her condition, Mercy survives every day by a glimmer of hope, albeit her future is riddled with uncertainty. She needs $50,000 for a kidney transplant in India. Imagine needing 3 rounds of trips a week just to access this critical treatment. That amounts to over 400 journeys every year, putting an immense strain on patients and their families. And as if that weren't enough, the constant increases in fuel prices for petrol and diesel are sending transport fares skyrocketing, making these trips even more financially crippling.
Normally, they will need a vein. They will need a vein to put the needle in.
The increasing cost of dialysis is causing patients to face financial struggles, making it difficult to maintain their health. Daniel Mensah, not his real name, is facing the same struggle.
It has rendered me ground zero. Always you are begging. The government should come in. If they can put it on the NHIS for us. But because of the cost of living. So right now, even if I have 100 cedis and I spend 20 cedis, now I have to spend 10 cedis because I'm come to pay 700 and something. So you can imagine.
He says the rising cost of dialysis is causing kidney patients to make life-threatening decisions as their lives are being impacted by the financial burden.
So most of them is because they were not getting proper treatment, where they were going was not proper. That is why they've lost their life. And because some of them don't have the money to go to the private. They didn't have the money to go to the private. I can mention, no need for names, but I can mention about 3 people's names. They died because they didn't have the money.
The cost of medication for kidney patients in Ghana has significantly increased.
There is a big issue as to now Kolebu increasing their prices of dialysis, and now it's an uproar. But that is the situation on the ground. The taxes on the consumables are high, so people have to pay a lot to be able to. And that is why the people die from kidney disease, because the majority of patients cannot afford care. So it is really troubling. And
chronic kidney disease patients require regular dialysis sessions as a lifeline. But the increasing financial burden is causing a perilous dilemma. The cost of living crisis in Ghana is not just a statistic, it's a stark reality for kidney patients like Mercy and Daniel, who are grappling with the burden of the condition and the economic challenges it brings. Godwin Asidiba, TV3 News, Accra.
Troubling reality there. At least we know for the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, the cost of dialysis has been increased from 380 cedis to 765 cedis. Over 100% increase there. But let's still stay a bit further with the issues of the cost of living, because the Trades Union Congress, TUC, says the Ghana Police Service cannot prevent organized labor from embarking on strikes or demonstrations. This was after the police management had called on the TUC.
The Ghana Police Service and the Trades Union Congress, TUC, discussed issues of maintaining law and order during public events, deploying security strategies during the Christmas festivities, and ensuring adequate security for the general public.
We talked about management of public order events. We also looked at the general security situation in the country. We also highlighted on some strategic interventions that have been implemented by the current police administration. We also looked at the police preparations towards the Christmas and New Year festivities, and we also highlighted on management or security management of elections.
The TUC Deputy Secretary General Joshua Ansah argued that the police service cannot stop organized labor from embarking on a strike, but urged member unions to follow the rules and regulations before initiating any such action.
You know, we are a law-abiding organization. We normally write to the police the number of days that is required. That's 5 days to the police. And the police also has the duty to also respond. If they are satisfied with all the arrangement, the route, the destination, the starting point and time and closing, I think they give us the go-ahead to do that. I don't think the police will dream of stopping us from having our demonstration or having our strike after you have informed them in accordance with the law.
In more news tonight, the National Association of Graduate Teachers, NAGRAT, is urging government to end the double-track system and revert to the original trimester system for senior high schools. The association, at a media briefing in Accra, warned that members would advise themselves if the system is not reset.
Government introduced a double-track system 2 years into the free senior high school program to accommodate the growing student population, promising to end it after 5 years.
This trimester timetable is wrongly and unfortunately being distorted. We are calling on the Ghana Education Service, the ministry, and by extension the government of Ghana to revert the schools or to reset our school calendar to what it is. The teaching period should revert to 40 minutes as practiced everywhere in the world.
NAGRAT requested GETFund officials to address the lack of infrastructure to meet increasing demands.
We expect the ministry and indeed the government to respond to this call immediately, so as to allow harmony and peace to prevail in our schools.
And our cost of living series continues here on News 360. But away from the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Godfrey Yeboah-Dame, has noted with concern what he describes as dragging and extended durations of high-profile criminal trials in the country. Speaking at the annual conference of magistrates and judges, the Attorney General called for streamlining of processes to eliminate undue delays leading to the stretching of such cases.
People must be prepared to accept when rulings adverse to their interests are given by the court, and not go on a rampage attacking the court or releasing press statements to criticize those decisions. Indeed, when I reflect on cases whose outcomes I personally consider undesirable, regardless of my own views on the questions being judged in them, I can only come to a conclusion that what we have in this country is a fiercely independent judiciary in which all of us should take pride in. That an aggrieved citizen can go to a court of law and challenge anyone, including decisions of the President and Parliament, and be confident that the court will give a decision without fear or favor. But they are only urge the judiciary to ensure that their processes are devoid of undue delays and other inefficiencies. For a robust legal system underpinned by the rule of law goes hand in hand with economic prosperity and bolsters the confidence of the people and deters the perpetration of wrongdoing. A court system in which summary trial of criminal cases can last for more than 5 years militates against the right to a fair trial, defeats the end of justice, and must be looked at again. It is unjust and unfair for so-called high-profile criminal cases involving the sundry offenses of fraud, willfully causing financial loss to the state and money laundering, to drag on for years, while similar cases filed against the perceived ordinary members of society are concluded within 6 months to 1 year.
It's live here on News 360. We're live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279 all across the world on 3news.com. Stay with us for your business coming up next. Gentlemen, we're going to demonstrate to you the superior properties of Flamingo paint as compared to other paint brands on the market. We take equal quantities of Flamingo paint and this ordinary paint. We then dilute them with water. And now, let the test begin. The gentleman on the left is going to apply the ordinary paint, and the gentleman on my right will use the Flamingo Superior paint. As you can clearly see, Flamingo has the obvious better hiding. Furthermore, Flamingo has painted a much larger area. You know, 1 bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint is made with superior formulation to give superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior.
Mommy.
Michelle, fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Choco toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Choco toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Choco toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
Choose Sukasa for the highest quality, luxurious townhouses in East Lagoon Hills. 2, 3, and 4 bedroom in a gated community starting at $40,000 in Accra, Ghana. Sukasa, building on trust.
Betway is your gateway to a theme park full of gaming excitement. A whirlpool of wonder where your favorite games come to life. Where you can take to the skies with max payouts that reach into the millions. All in the palm of your hand. Visit betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Betway is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet responsibly.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
With Glovo, you order anything you want, and when you receive it, you celebrate it with your whole body. Because when that tasty grilled chicken is here, the weekend starts. The ingredients for your favorite recipe just in time. And when the cake arrives, the party is on. because receiving anything on Global deserves a dance. Download the app, order anything you want, and track it minute by minute until it arrives. Global. Order anything, we deliver in minutes.
There are some moments that last forever because they happen only once. Like your very first day, your first day of school, your first successful bike ride. What's your child's next milestone? Auntie Mary's Gripe Mixture is here to ensure they smile through it all. Auntie Mary's Gripe Mixture has been keeping children smiling for more than a decade by relieving them from gastric pain, flatulence, minor digestive upset, and teeth and discomfort. Now, Auntie Mary's Gripe Mixture. Auntie Mary's Gripe Mixture is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal.
Welcome back. Let's get into the world of business now. Michael Ogbodu is here. What's the latest from the Africa Continental Free Trade Area?
Well, some projections that by 2025, some significant revenue will be coming to the continent.
That's great stuff. Let's get into it now.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Welcome to the business segment here on News 360. My name is Michael Ogbodu. Now, the African Continental Free Trade Area has the potential to increase Africa's income to $450 billion by 2035. With the enormous benefits, the feasibility of AfTA is being challenged by the lack of awareness and limited private sector participation in industrialization. Chief of Staff of the Secretariat believes the game changer will be the deepening of capacities of SMEs to expand their businesses through regional value chains.
The objective of the African Continental Free Trade Area is to establish a single market for 1.3 billion people in a $3.4 trillion economic bloc. Currently, intra-African trade is woefully low at 17% as compared to other regions. The SME Conference on Breaking Business Barriers for AfTA Acceleration sought to raise awareness and deepen the capacity of SMEs in a bid to leverage opportunities offered by the agreement. 150 participants drawn from business owners of SMEs, private sector executives, regional business councils, AfTA Secretariat, trade experts, among others, are taking part. Chief of Staff at AfTA Secretariat explained how SME leaders can be the catalyst to drive the change the continent desires.
Instead of producing for 30 million people in Ghana, now you have a market of 1.3 billion. And maybe you can do some computation to realize that out of the 1.3 billion Africans, there may be about 600 million women who would like to use the shea product to make the skin better.
Rector of GIMPA, Professor Samuel Bonsu, mentioned AfTA represents promise and not just a trade agreement.
For us, all we need to do is to develop with our united strength the enormous resources of our continent. In 2023, there is no better way to do that than through intra-African trade. Building a system of support within our continent, relying on each other.
Executive Director of the Center for Regional Integration in Africa said the empowerment of SMEs is key to the overall development of Africa, urging SME leaders to avail themselves for capacity building.
Now, in a bid to boost socio-economic development and promote a vital industry, Ghana Cocoa Board has moved to sensitize the public about the various benefits of cocoa consumption. According to Cocoa Board, increased consumption of the commodity will drive demand, leading to higher production of the cash crop.
Speaking to 3 Business, Director of Human Resource at Cocoa Board, Francis Jemfi Okran, said, by educating the public about the benefits of cocoa consumption, this could lead to better prices for the commodity.
Apart from the health benefit, it also creates employment. Those who engage in this activity, not only that they buy, they can also retail. So at the end of the day, the value chain, a lot of people are brought on board, and that is very good. There's huge money out there on tap. Sitting there, people are making a lot of money from this. So what we need to do is that we also join.
The Cocoa Board market rush is being spearheaded by its national service personnel.
A lot of benefits in consuming cocoa, of which those out there, me before I came to Cocoa Board, I just knew a handful of the benefits. But being here has privileged me to know more about it. So why not give out everything I've learned? Do you get? Why don't I just give out everything back to the community? Because the community has helped me a lot. Our nation, Ghana, they've helped us. So we thought it's right then. We'll just give everything back, everything we learned here, back to our people out there who have not heard.
Now, Lakeside Estates has launched its Lakeside Hills community, offering luxury living at a reasonable price. Currently, 200 luxurious units are available with flexible payment terms, ensuring a comfortable living experience.
The project offers 2, 3, and 4-bedroom Orca houses with 24-hour security, providing a one-stop community experience. Situated 30 minutes from the Kotoka International Airport, the Lakeside Hills Inner Delta Municipality offers a unique view of the beautiful Ibri Mountains, providing a unique social experience.
This development is for everybody. We have the one that caters for young families who are now coming up, which is they can select or take the option of 2-bedroom standard, which is going for about 65,000 USD. And it's instead of renting a house, I would urge those people to invest in these properties so that if you don't have all the money, we are partners with the other mortgage companies like First Nationals, EcoBank, and the Republic Bank.
Lakeside Hills features modern sports facilities, fast internet, shopping centers, and police stations. Its well-planned road networks and solar-powered houses ensure green, sustainable living, comfort, and peace of mind.
We have security cameras in all the sectors of the hills. We have closed-circuit cameras in all the homes. Then on top of that also, we have our security men on site who do daily patrols to ensure that the environment is secured.
Lakeside Estate is a prominent real estate company in Ghana that specializes in providing high-quality housing.
Some pretty beautiful houses there. Well, that will be all for the business segment here on News 360. Our website, 3news.com, has more stories for you. My name is Michael Lubodu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe. Up next, sports.
Introduces charcoal and lemon essence. A unique combination of natural essences whitens teeth naturally for you and family because every smile matters.
New Pepsodent Herbal. Introducing a unique combination of herbal extracts in an antibacterial toothpaste for strong teeth and healthy gums that protects your family and you. Every smile matters.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
Many hands make work easier. It's all hands on deck to protect your family and friends from COVID. It's up to you and it's up to me. It's up to us. Together, we can protect the vulnerable in society as well as our future. Play your role and get the vaccine. We are stronger together. Forget the yab, get the jab. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, FHI 360, and Good Life. Live it well. Many hands make work easier. It's all hands on deck to protect your family and friends from COVID. It's up to you and it's up to me. It's up to us. Together, we can protect the vulnerable in society as well as our future. Play your role and get the vaccine. We are stronger together. Forget the yab, get the jab. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, FHI 360, and Good Life. Live it well.
See, Master, I have told you to use Kojak quality oral care products like the Kojak Charcoal toothpaste for strong teeth. Give me the meat.
sis, that guy.
Ajay, my teeth.
Ah, sis, haven't you heard of Kojak P&F toothpaste and their mouthwash? Right after here, get one for yourself. It helps fight sensitive teeth just like you're experiencing. Hey, sis.
Yes. Do not joke with your teeth because it may worry you in the future. Over the past 30 years that we introduced Procode onto the market, that has no competitor. We have again introduced Kojak Oral Care onto the market with the same high quality standard like Kojak Charcoal Toothpaste that makes your teeth whiter and stronger. Kojak Regular Fluoride Toothpaste that makes your teeth stronger, fights against toothache, and lathers well, leaving your mouth with an improved fresh taste and breath. If you have a sensitive teeth when you take something cold or hot, yours is to go for Kojak P and Kojak F together with the mouthwash. Go for Kojak Oral Care products because Kojak dear, it be quality keke.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, yeah, mom will say. Wow, this place has changed, yo! Yo, Ajwa, look at you all grown up, yo!
Some things never change, like Gino's quality recipe that gives my food that rich color, unique natural taste every time.
Smells good, yo!
Hey, sister, with the Wapun and Kasa, just like I remember.
Uncle, hurry up and let's open the suitcase.
Ajua, chai, name shrink quite fast.
Best jollof I've ever eaten.
Wow, this is real jollof, mommy.
Gino dear, Emma Adriana de Ankasa.
Say Gino dear, fie. It's delicious, yo!
This advert is FDA approved.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Bell Pack Tissues.
And Thierry Nyan is here to update us on the world of sports. And Kwesi Appiah, it's official now. He's been given permission.
Yeah, he's been given a green light by Menchia Palace,
okay.
And so now he can proceed to, join Sudan. And let's get into that particular story and more right here on News 360 with me, Thierry Nyan, and Asante Kotoko have officially given the green light to their technical director Kwesi Appiah to take on the role of head coach for the Sudan national team. The decision comes after Appiah's recent appointment as Sudan's head coach, signing a 3-year contract for the position. The club announced on the official website the life patron of Asante Kotoko, His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, has blessed our technical director Kwesi Appiah to accept the role as head coach of the Sudan national team, end quote. This blessing followed a meeting in London between His Majesty and a former left back of the club. Despite his new role, Kwesi Appiah will continue serving as the technical director of Asante Kotoko. Additionally, he is set to participate in the Ghana Football Association's Executive Council elections next month while maintaining his role at the club. Now, still in Ghana football, today we've been, would have been the day of the elections at the Ghana Football Association. However, a string of court issues and injunctions hanging around the neck of the whole process. It could not happen with this. It looks like there is no end in sight. The following story puts this in perspective.
Injunction after injunction, one court case after the other. That has been the fate of the Ghana Football Association in the last few weeks. Before August, though, everything seemed fine. All looked well for the association to make the step into a second election since the normalization took over in 2019. The Ghana Football Association was in the middle of vetting its presidential aspirants until Division 1 League side King Faisal served a letter that contended that a legitimate Congress for the elections of the Ghana Football Association president cannot be held until new representatives of the executive committee have been properly elected. The GFA was forced to release a statement asking its members to remain calm while they head to court to argue out their case. The action suspended the election date. The elections were moved to October 5, But that also looks unlikely now after the disqualification of George Afriyie. Everything hangs in the balance. Journalist Collins Atapoku explains what all of this will mean for the FA.
He is not the only person who was disqualified because of the ineligibility of a member on his forms. Akambi suffered a similar situation. In Western Region, the RFA elections, there was a similar situation with one of the aspirants. But his is a bit murky at the moment. We are reliably informed that his lawyers are putting together a package for both our local courts and then the Court for Arbitration for Sports, because he is of the view that it is difficult to get a stay of execution from the Court of Arbitration for Sports in such situations. And so he will be better off getting an injunction in one of our local courts and then also pursuing the CAS front at the same time.
The Football Association members trying to get into the top places are equally frustrated. Campaigns have gone on for months with no election dates in sight. Karela United CEO Eloy Amande, an aspirant for the Executive Council of the Football Association, says all issues must be heard to give way for the elections to begin.
It's a bit concerning that in our minds, today would have been the date, post the first day that was scheduled, the 27th, and would have been celebrating a victory because we think that the delegates who will be voting have understood the message we are articulating and believe in the vision that the reason why we want to get on the exco. But as a lawyer as well, I know that everybody needs to go through due process. So if there are people with concerns, they've got issues around the process, then they've got every right to go through and have their grievances heard.
With the Africa Cup of Nations only 3 months away, football fans across the country will be hoping that the elections will go ahead soon for a smooth transition to the business end of things.
We'll bring you all updates subsequently on this particular matter. But happening in the EFL Cup in England, Liverpool are losing at Anfield to Leicester City. Chelsea drawing 0-0 with Brighton. Manchester City also drawing with Newcastle United at the St James's Park. And then Aston Villa also losing at home to Everton. Arsenal, on the other hand, are winning against Brentford away from home. We'll bring you all updates subsequently. My name is Thierry Nyan. Thanks for staying with me.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush.
Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger.
Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits. Happy smile.
Water is life. Water gives life. Water moves through nature in a never-ending cycle. Observe the beauty of water as it flows all around us, refreshing and restoring. Gaze in wonder at the stillness and beauty of nature. There's harmony in nature everywhere around. Water revitalizes the body and keeps you going strong. Water is life. Water gives life. Drink Awake Purified Drinking Water. One for life. So relax and unwind, and in the calmness of nature, find the rest you desire. For every bottle of Awake you buy, an amount to be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is said here.
Every solution is the right one. Pick the right solution with Vodafone One Business, your all-in-one solutions package for all your business's communication needs. Call 050-777-9000 or email sme@vodafone.com today.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water. GTP, Lifestyled. Vodafone, further together. And powered by 3 Entertainment.
Let's get into entertainment now, and Anita Eke-Akufo is here. Anita, what's the latest with the National Film Authority? Is something happening?
Yeah, so the 2023 edition of the Cinema Week is happening very soon, and they're asking people who have hotels, open spaces, to make available their spaces so they can use it for the screenings.
I see.
Do you have a space to offer?
Obviously.
All right, my name is Anita Eke-Akufo, and in its attempt to bring back the love for the movie industry, the NFA has introduced the Ghana Cinema Week to screen some iconic Ghanaian movies. The NFA is calling on hotels, pubs, and recreational centers to take advantage of the opportunities the Ghana Cinema Week offers.
Was born last night.
Initiated in 2022 by the National Film Authority, the Ghana Cinema Week not only aims at restoring the interest of Ghanaians in our Ghanaian films, but also to create an avenue for sustainable distribution channels for the local film economy.
There was a time when Ghanaians were really supporting the film industry and Ghanaian films, and somehow those times have changed. There was a time when there were very long queues at the cinemas, and those times have changed. But then Ghanaians keep asking, why do we not see our films in the cinema, good enough films? Why do we not see our films on video on demand?
Speaking at the launch of this year's Cinema Week, the CEO of the NFA, Juliet Yasanto Asante, believes the initiative will help revive the golden days of cinema.
The Ghana Cinema Week by the National Film Authority of Ghana as our attempt to try and win back the love of Ghanaian towards Ghanaian filmmaking. And so we are trying to bring back the love.
The week-long initiative will showcase some thrilling Ghanaian films in some cinemas and open spaces across the country. As the festive season approaches, the NFA is calling on hotels with bigger spaces to make available their facilities for outdoor screening of some iconic Ghanaian movies.
If you know you have a hotel and you can do a movie night, if you know you have a spot and you can do a movie night, send us an email, info@nfa.gov.gh, and let's make it happen for you. An entire week of Ghanaian films made with love, beautifully selling who we are, our stories, our culture, our food, our clothes, everything we talk about.
Actress Nikki Samonas believes the concept of the Cinema Week will have a positive impact on the movie industry.
I would love to do this every now and then with my friends and family. It's different, like I said. 2, as an industry mate, I love this. It's different from the cinema, and we have a different kind of enjoyment. For industry and stakeholders, I think that you guys are going to love this. Again, it gives a different view when it comes to marketing and distribution, and I feel that it would have a positive influence and impact in the industry.
We thought your wife here. Why are you not married?
No hurry, I'm just handling my business.
You are not a responsible man.
And still in entertainment, the Mental Audition train made its second stop yesterday in Kumasi at the premises of Akuma 87.9 FM, and hundreds of hopeful talents turned up to audition.
Daddy Anume, Befamiko,
After making its first stop at the Garba Lodge in Tamale, the Ashanti regional capital Kumasi hosted the second phase of the auditions. Several talents turned up with hopes of impressing the judges and ultimately being selected for the next round of the auditions. In all, about 30 young talents were shortlisted for the next stage of the audition process.
It's amazing because this is actually my first audition that's actually worked. And then, yeah, so the feeling is different. Watch out for Josh. I'm going to be hitting you guys so hard.
The train is moving to its third stopover in Takrade at the premises of Connect FM. Don't miss the chance to become a music superstar. Mentor takes you higher.
I don't want to get distracted, no. I just want to stay in line, yo. Leave my life on yours. And anywhere you go, I go. And anytime you need me, Lord, I'll be there.
Well, some great talents over there, and the audition train is still moving, and so make sure you catch it in your region. My name is Anita Ekia Ekufu. It's a wrap on the Entertainment News segment. Over to you, Portia.
Coming up, international news.
At least 11 people have been killed after heavy rain and winds hit South Africa's Western Cape province, including Cape Town, over the weekend, leaving a trail of destruction. Authorities warn that the death toll may rise as the floodwater subsides. The destructive weather flooded homes, tore off roofs, destroyed crops and damaged roads and other infrastructure. Rescue teams are still searching for people who are feared trapped in their partially submerged homes. 8 of the 11 people who died were electrocuted in an informal settlement when waters swamped illegal connections to the power lines. 72 primary school pupils and 10 adults were trapped in a resort.
Oh, thank you for staying with us here on News 360. There's more news on 3news.com, and join me at 10 p.m. for Ghana Tonight on TV3. I am Alfred Kansi.
I am Portia Gabo. Good evening.